Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us on Alexis University. This success series will be a little bit different. I sat down and talked to 14 different millennials about their journey to success. Each week, we will bring you their interviews, so make sure you stay tuned.
Yeah, so my name's Ki-Jana Crawford. I'm a third-year law student at Syracuse University. I graduated from the University of Kentucky in 2018 with a degree in finance.
Okay, and so is that an HBCU or no?
No, the opposite.
Gotcha. Okay.
uh,
What made you want to go to University of Kentucky and then Syracuse? Was it money? Was it what was the determining factor instead of going to a HBCU?
yeah, so for me, I honestly was looking at HBCUs out of high school, um, but I kind of wanted I'm a big sports guy, so I wanted to go to the biggest school possible, and that's why I went to University of Kentucky, just because for the entire really college experience. I know not the partying and just hanging out with friends, doing what college students do, and then for law school I wanted to go to the East Coast, and I knew where you went to law school was where likely you will end up working after. So I decided to come up here to New York, and yeah, I'll actually be working at a firm in Manhattan after graduation.
Okay. Oh, so you already got the job going.
Yeah, I'm set.
You said that you already have a job set up. Do you feel like because of Syracuse, you're more prepared for that job, or do you think it's kind of like your own doing?
Yeah, definitely not because of Syracuse. I mean, growing up, I feel like my parents were pretty hard on me and my sister for just school, period. And I really didn't honestly take school seriously probably until college. I played sports, so I mean, sports and hanging out with friends was pretty much all that I was worried about back then. I did just enough to actually do good, but yeah, no, I feel like honestly, my parents probably just them pushing school and academics on me at such an early age. It didn't really um, happen and come into fruition until probably college. But then I realized that I mean I wasn't gonna go to the NBA, go to the NFL. So I mean the next best option was to go to school and take it serious. So yeah, probably my parents were probably the biggest influence.
So when you first started school, did you start off in finance or did you switch around? Like, did you know what you wanted to do before you went to college, or was it something that came on later?
I didn't know when I right when I got there originally. I like math, so I knew it was either between finance, accounting, economics, or engineering. Um, but then a lot of my friends actually went the business route. So I followed suit, and I was at first I was actually accounting and finance. And I took a few accounting classes and just realized that it wasn't what I expected. So I dropped accounting and just stuck with finance. But yeah, I probably would say my sophomore year, I knew that finance was probably the path I would go down.
And then how did finance prepare you for law school? Because I feel like that's a jump. So
Yeah. It actually didn't. So in undergrad, it was really all math, just math and application of math. And then at law school now, it's tons of reading, tons of writing, tons of talking. So it's literally the opposite. But what I can say, a lot of majors in law school, my friends majored in criminal justice, political science, English, and things along those lines. But I can say majoring in finance kind of gave me a different perception of quote unquote the law and how it kind of works all together. But it honestly doesn't. I'll be practicing corporate law, which is basically finance law. So it
right.
kind of aligns that way. But as far as law school courses and actually learning and being able to talk and write, those are skills that I kind of had to learn on the fly.
If you knew what you know now about college or going to law school, would you have changed anything about your college experience?
Uh, probably not. Probably not, just because, like I said, I went to Kentucky honestly just to party. I knew I was gonna again do just enough to make sure I graduated. But no, I mean I would say those 4 years I was away from home. Um, like yeah, I mean I feel like I really grew up. I had to grow up there.
You
I
don't have a
learned to
choice.
balance. Yeah. I had to learn how to balance life and school. Um, so yeah, no, I feel like the way I did it, I don't know if I would change anything necessarily because again, I feel like it was it was kind of perfect.
Okay, what advice would you give to students who are either entering college or they're in college now and they're still trying to figure out like what they want to do with their life, or they're just kind
Yeah.
of, maybe they want to drop out, or I don't know. What advice would
Yeah,
you give?
yeah, no, yeah. I'll definitely say this: college isn't for everybody. But once you get there, like, don't feel like you have to rush to decide what you want to be or what you want to major in, because you don't, like, you can take, again, 1 year for sure. Some people take up to 2 years to actually pick their majors, pick exactly what they want to be and kind of what interests them. So don't feel like you have to rush, because you don't. And once you're there, you definitely want to focus on school. Like, yes, like, you're gonna want to go out, have fun,
Right.
but at the same time, you're there to graduate. And college is expensive, so you don't just want to add time onto the just 4 years that it should take, and you don't want to not finish. So definitely take it seriously, but also take the time to, find yourself as a person, grow up, meet new people, explore things that you probably wouldn't have explored otherwise. But yeah, no, I mean, I just feel like those 4 years probably are when you make when you grow most between like your actual like adolescence and actually becoming an adult. So like, yeah, definitely make the most of it.
If you could change anything about your college experience from where you went to school, what you majored in, just anything, would you change something about it?
Yeah. If I had to change something, I would probably pick up a minor in like something that really, really interests me. Like finance, like I like finance, but it kind of is bland at the time. Is really just, school. So I probably would have picked up a minor, and again, probably like African American studies or sports management, or something that actually piques my interest. And I know minors don't really take as many classes and as much effort as like your major does. So I feel like I could have extended my wings a little more and took on some more work. So yeah, I definitely would have probably changed that.
And then you talked a little bit earlier about your parents and how they influence. How big of an influence do you think they were in you going to college?
Uh, Big. I mean, most of my friends went to college, so I would say that also mattered. Like, even, I mean, you don't want to say it, but you want to, like, at that age, coming out of high school, you want to kind of do what everybody does, and
Right.
everybody that I was around was going to college. So I was definitely going to college. I think it was more so once you get there and like you realize there's so many distractions. You don't have to go to class. You don't have to study. You don't have to. You could really do whatever. You really could do whatever you want. So I would probably say that's where it kind of kicked in. Like, I just knew, like, my parents just weren't just gonna. Once those first year grades came back and they saw that I didn't do what I was supposed to be doing, there was no college. I was coming home. I was doing what they wanted me to do. So that definitely gave me motivation. And but probably also, besides my parents, it was just kind of me personally, because I mean, at the end of the day, your parents, what they want you to do can only go so far. Like, they're not you. Like, you're gonna want to do what you want to do. So I actually wanted that for myself, and I just knew that sports came to an end after high school. So I mean, this was the next step to actually be able to, quote unquote, make something of yourself. And so yeah, it takes. I feel like it definitely takes your parents wanting you to do good, but also puts a lot of pressure on you as well.
And then you talked about sports a lot. What about people who feel like they're going to go to college and go pro, and that may not happen? What do you think, like, what advice would you give them? Because I feel like some of them think like, okay, maybe I go to college and I'll figure it out. And they pick like a random major because they
Yeah, yeah.
think like, I don't need this anyway because I'm just going to go
Uh,
pro.
yeah, I mean, no, that's not how it happens. And the crazy thing is with that, like, so me and my best friend went to Kentucky together, and he played sports. Like, he was on the basketball team, went to the NBA, everything. So he was kind of like what you just said, did this, and but knew he was going to the league. And I mean, it happened for him, which was, again, crazy. But me, on the other hand, we played high school basketball 4 years together, best friends. And we kind of, again, he went to the NBA, I'm still in school. So, I mean, it's not easy to go to the NBA at all. Like, that's just kind of common sense. Um, so yeah, so it's I would definitely say to athletes who are going to college, literally majority of you aren't going to go to the professional. So it's that's just that's just life. So I mean, the important thing is to pick something, again, like as your major that you actually like, that you can see yourself doing post college. Because once basketball is over, it's over. So I mean, and you're still young at the time. So yeah, no, don't pick something just because it's easy. But at the same time, don't feel like you have to do something that quote unquote just makes money. Like do something that you really like, that you can see yourself working in for the remainder of your career, and just don't basically take the easy road out.
What helped you prepare for life after college? I know you said you're getting, like, you have a job lined up already. Do you feel like you're ready for that, or are you still kind of nervous? Like,
yeah. So that's actually why I went to law school, because I had a job set up for after undergrad, but I just couldn't see myself working. Like, I just couldn't see myself
that's
doing
the
that
next step
right away. Yeah, I know. Like, and it's crazy now that like it all goes by so fast. Because yeah, like after undergrad, I actually realized I wanted to go to law school pretty late in the process. Like a lot of people know this probably sophomore year, junior year. I don't think I decided I was going to law school till like senior year, and the reason was because I didn't want to work. Like I didn't want to work. Yeah, I still want to be a student. So yeah, I applied pretty late in the process, and I'm glad I did. And I can't say this, like if you don't know what you want to do after like undergrad, or like you're still mixed about it, I encourage people to like to explore grad school. Me, I didn't want to go to grad school because I knew that would probably be quicker than law school. Like law school is 3 years. So that was the main reason I went to law school. But now I'm done. I graduated in May. I have to work, and I still don't really want to, but I mean, it's nothing left to do, I guess.
I mean, you can go do another degree, but you got to start making some money.
Yeah. No, that's like, yeah. No, definitely. But yeah, no, definitely. I feel like a lot of people feel pressured to get a job after undergrad itself. A lot of my friends didn't have jobs right after, and they took like gap years and things to actually, again, find what they actually like doing. And a lot of them are doing stuff that doesn't even correlate with their major. So, yeah, I mean, again, it feels like I'm kind of lax, but like, it's a lot of pressure at the moment, but at the end of the day, I feel like everything kind of happens for a reason. Everything will be okay.
Okay. Do you have any last words of wisdom for students who are watching this? What do you think they should be preparing for?
Yeah. I honestly think habits are important. So getting the habit now of having a schedule, sticking to it. And again, like for me, my schedule now is it's kind of set, and it's just been like that for years. But I still, like, just because you have a schedule doesn't mean you can't do this, you can't do that. Like I build in times in my schedule for me to, go out, have fun, take vacations, hang out with friends. But I feel like having a schedule and kind of sticking to it, rather that's like just doing homework, studying, taking time to relax, which is very important, taking time to hang out with friends and family. But I feel like having a schedule and sticking to it is important. Also, meeting people and networking is huge, especially like with the job hunt. You kind of want to, it's not really what you know or who you know. It's like what you know, who knows what you know. So you want to know people, and you want those people to know that you know how to do this, you know how to do that, and just making yourself marketable as possible. I feel like are the two big things that kind of helped me get to where I'm at now.
Alrighty. Thank you so much for interviewing with us for Alexis University. I'm sure people will love your advice, and make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel so you can get more videos like this. Thank you so much for tuning in to this week's Success Series. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to our channel to get alerted for the next video.